Good fine afternoon, tubes. Before I gotta take care of business and hustle and bustle, I figured I'd stop and make a quick video. So, for those of you looking forward to purchasing a handmade CobraCraft wand, it'll be going on sale later on tonight. I'm gonna give my wands a couple more hours to dry more properly before I put them on sale. But that Mod Podge is pretty much dried all the way through for the most part. Let me just take a look here. Yeah. Doesn't look too bad. Not too shabby at all. Cool. I mean, the Mod Podge didn't really dry clear for some odd reason on this handle of this wand. But that's alright, it'll add some contrast to it, I guess, so I'm not too worried about it. You got your wand, looks good. Hooey. So let me tell you something, tubes. If you're getting bullied or harassed on YouTube or social media or in school, don't let it get to you, man. If you grow up socially awkward in high school or junior high, who gives a shit? You know, you got stuck-up chicks rejecting you, who gives a shit? You know, you could be destined for great things and not know it yet. You know. So it's been 6 months since Summer broke up with me, and I remember that day very fondly. Summer decided to break up with me because a bunch of people that follow me on YouTube were talking shit about her, and she's like, I can't take dating a YouTube celebrity. It's nothing against you, it's just them. And she still agreed to be friends, which is a nice thing. And that's understandable. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? I did warn her ahead of time, though, that people who follow me on social media, some of them aren't the nicest, you know. But, yeah, the same day Summer broke up with me, one of my favorite YouTubers, Angry Grandpa, passed away, and I was like, man, that was just like one of the worst days ever for me, man. I was like, this sucks, dude. I mean, it was surreal. You seeing Angry Grandpa visit his mother's grave, getting a car from Pickle Boy. You seen how happy every subscriber made his life. The last 5 years of his life, you know what I'm saying? Were amazing because of that. And going back to what I said earlier, I've seen a lot of people pick on Pickle Boy for going through the grieving process, and it really just shows you how awesome / disgusting YouTube can be. I mean, here's a website full of people who have subscribed to Pickle Boy and to Angry Grandpa, and all these subscribers help them make a lot of money and help better their lives because of YouTube. That's where you see YouTube actually being nice, and you know what I'm saying? And then you see him getting bullied for being depressed about losing his dad, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the thing of it, YouTube. Is, you know, I guarantee you, if anyone who's giving Pickle Boy shit right now lost someone in their family that they cared about, I guarantee you they wouldn't be talking as much shit as they're talking right now. They'd be like, oh geez, you know. And Pickle Boy has the right attitude towards it. He's not going to let them and their negativity get to him, you know what I'm saying? Which is how I've been for the last couple of years myself. The last couple of years on YouTube, I've just been like, you know what? I don't give a shit what these haters have to say about me. I don't give a fuck what they think about me. Whether they're on social media or off social media. I don't give a fuck about haters. I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to live my life for me and make my life happen for me. And if you don't like me, that's just too damn bad. Speaking of Angry Grandpa, one of the videos he posted, this is several years before he passed, he talked about his childhood. And in his childhood, he talked about being the poor fat kid, basically. And he had a crush on this girl in high school, right? And a bunch of the popular kids and this girl got together to play a really mean prank on him. They tricked him into thinking that he was going to have a date with her at the movies. And when he showed up to the movie theater, she stood him up on purpose, basically, to be a bitch, right? And I'm like, dude, that's just mean. And this was when Angry Grandpa was a kid. This was prior to social media. So people who get upset by bullying on social media, unfortunately, bullying has always been a thing. It's just prior to social media, if you were getting bullied, it was either at home by a sibling or at school. Now, because of social media, kids are getting bullied online, at school, at home. Quite often, they have no escape from it. Now, I'm a little bit cold. I'm going to close this window. There we go. I'm going to close it all the way, just enough to leave it cracked, because I am partaking in shooting a Surgeon General. Yeah. Smoke one for AGP. And it's like, one thing he said, or two things he said, actually. He said that he lived longer than that bitch who broke his heart like that. Oh yeah, he got a chuckle out of that. That's usually how it goes, isn't it? That chick who purposely stood him up just so her and her gaggle of friends could make fun of him at school the next couple of days. He didn't let it get to him. Eventually he got out of school, had kids of his own, that sort of thing, you know. And he ends up living longer than that bitch who made fun of him. Oh man, that shit makes me laugh. It made him laugh too. He was like, ah. But age is only a state of mind, YouTube. It really is. And you could be 85, but if you see yourself as 45, there you go. I mean, if you've lived long enough to see those golden years, then at that point, you don't got a whole lot stopping you. You know what I'm saying? You might have spent your whole life getting bullied in school, getting bullied by people outside of school. I mean, that's just the nature of life. It sucks. Life is never easy for anyone. And, well, when I'm seeing YouTubers I like to watch get bullied, it's like, you know, it makes what I go through more relatable, if that makes any sense. It makes it a lot easier to deal with, because it shows that I'm not alone in the struggle against social online bullying. Now here's the thing. You want to stop bullying in schools, you want to stop bullying at home. To a degree, that stuff can be stopped. But bullying on social media is a lot harder to stop, because the internet is vast, you know. and this is YouTube, the unfortunate truth of it, is the internet is much like the universe, a limitless space of data and collective sources coming together for one thing. So basically, it's not that hard to create a fucking YouTube account just to talk shit on somebody else's channel. And as soon as that person says, well, I've had enough of that person talking shit on me, they block that person from YouTube. And if that person gets blocked from their YouTube, from commenting, all they gotta do is create another account. And this level of obsessive cyber stalking and cyber harassment, it's sad, man. The lengths that people go to try to make other people's lives miserable. The thing you have to ask yourself, YouTube, is just how miserable are these people that harass you? You know, despite the struggles we go through as humans, any sort of success that we might achieve from overcoming our struggles, other humans see that and they get jealous instead of realizing, you know, hey, that's motivational. I should use that in my own personal life. I should use that as motivation to overcome my own shit. Instead of using that as motivation to overcome their own issues, they get jealous and attack. Don't be afraid to be yourself, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't let the fucking haters tell you that when it comes to girls, your standards are too high. If she's 18 years of age or older and she's consenting, your standards are not too high. Especially when the motherfucker's telling you that your standards are too high. They have standards when it comes to dating too. So it's extremely hypocritical. Extremely hypocritical. Now, to lighten the mood of this video, I want to share a story with you. This happened to me yesterday. Before I say this story, I want to say two things. One, if you're going to masturbate, do it at home. Don't do it in public. That's a courtesy I've always followed, because I think to myself, okay, there's already this germophobia sort of fear of public restrooms that people have. And the idea of some dude jacking off on a toilet and then getting done, finishing, and then leaving, and then I go to sit down and take a shit on the toilet. No, dude, no. If I go, even if you don't make a fucking mess, that's just the idea of it is gross. You're already putting poop and pee in toilets as it is. You know what I'm saying? And especially because you're in public, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's, come on. So if the idea of it would gross me out, what makes you think I'm going to do it in public? Second thing I'm going to say is, if you have to use the restroom, by all means, use it as soon as you can. Do not hold it. Especially your poop. Holding your poop is the worst. Having to hold your shit is the worst. Because by the time you get to the fucking toilet, you're backed up. You're sitting there like... And sometimes I'll talk to myself when I use the shitter. It's just what I do. And I'm thinking to myself out loud, you know, it'd be kind of rude just to use the toilet and leave. I should probably buy something. Because, you know, it's a courtesy. Like, you go to the gas station to use their free restroom, at least buy something if you can, you know? So I do this. Get my bare ass sitting on the toilet, knees sitting in front of me. I start taking my hands and smacking my knees, just kind of casual like, you know, just trying to take a shit. And the way this bathroom was set up in this gas station, there is no front door. It's all open, so the whole gas station can hear your business, right? And the motherfuckers in the gas station thought I was masturbating. I'm like, really? Really? I'm sitting there like, you gotta be shitting me. So I ignore the stupid side comments. I get done doing what I do, and I finally squeeze out my shit. And right after I get done pooping, oh, the immense relief. I wipe my Asperger's, I flush the toilet, I wash my hands, I dry my hands. There's this cute ass chick with black hair and tattoos standing behind the register just looking at me like, ew, ugh. I ignore her disgusting glares of, I can't believe he just did that when I didn't do that, you know what I'm saying? And why the fuck you gotta be so prude about that shit, even if I did? I'm not saying I did because I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, people want to act like farting and masturbating is so gross, but it's like, okay, you know what? We're human. We're gross, disgusting animals. We do those things. So don't act like behind closed doors you haven't rubbed one out or ripped some ass. Don't even give me that. You want to sit there, oh, I can't believe you just farted. That's so gross. Like, if you can't laugh at farting, you're not living life, dude. You have no sense of humor, you're a prude. Back to the story. I got done pooping, I got done washing my hands. I have some money in my pocket. I go to the cooler, I fetch me a Monster. Right after grabbing my Monster, I walk over to the cashier and I buy some cigarillos from Swisher Sweets. Some mango Swisher Sweets. Delicious cigarillos. And this lady's handing me my change like, ugh, like she's afraid to touch my hands. Like, what the fuck? And I looked at her. I looked deep into her eyes like, really? Really? It was a look like, that's not what you thought it was, honey. And then the look I gave her changed from, freaking, that's not what I was doing in there, to, hey, how you doing? And in about 2 seconds, the look I gave her changed from, that's not what I was doing in there. Why being like this? Hey, honey, how you doing? And she went from being grossed out by me to, okay, now she's checking me out. Oh yeah, very disarming, you two. And as I'm walking out of the store, I hear one of the cashiers behind the counter say, he's a rock star. Well, we'll say that my ability to play guitar and sing is pretty damn impressive, but I haven't played stages yet, but I've had my music played on the radio a couple of times, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, I get enough crap walking around town and just living my life as it is, small town gossip, people and their stupid opinions. And I try to ignore it for the most part. I mean, it doesn't help when collectively everybody in town gives you shit for the same thing. They whisper, oh, he likes so-and-so. Oh. Now, if you're kind of crushing on a girl and she's taken, don't worry about it. Just play it cool. When I was younger, I've made that mistake of letting crushes I've had on women get the better of me, and I'm not proud of it. But at least I can say I have fine taste in women. Shit. Gonna hustle and bustle tubes, but well, the reason why I brought up the things I brought up in the video earlier is because Pickle Boy posted his 6 months since Angry Grandpa passed video, and it got to the point in the video where it started doing the sad music and the silent video to go with it. He stopped talking, and I had to stop watching it. It was just like, fuck, dude. It was giving me the feels, you know what I'm saying, YouTube? I was like, shit. It was reminding me of the breakup of Summer, and it was reminding me that I lost one of my favorite YouTubers. And I was like, no, I can't do this right now. I mean, there's times when I watch Pickle Boy giving Angry Grandpa that 55 Chevy, and it's like the look on his face and how happy he is, man, it's just heartwarming, you know what I'm saying? But, shit. He didn't let the bullies stop him from living his life, and neither should you, you know. I've had several people on social media tell me to kill myself. I've had several people on social media say, oh, your guitar playing sucks. Oh, your singing sucks. You should just quit making videos. You suck. You're a faggot. You're a douchebag. You're a tranny. It's like people see a heterosexual goth wear makeup and it triggers them. I fucking love it. Especially when I can rock that shit really good. Like vampire sexiness. Real vampires don't sparkle in the sun. Fuck Twilight. Crosses, holy water, and garlic doesn't work on real vampires. Neither does sunlight. If vampires are powerful enough, they can conceal themselves in the sunlight without it directly affecting them. That way they blend into society. Not all vampires drink blood. Some vampires drink energy and spiritual presence. These people are called drainers. They're a special breed of vampire that drain energy from people. This goes back to what I said earlier about how people who are not confident with themselves, or people who have their own struggles to overcome, and they don't have the courage to face their struggles, or overcome their issues, or figure out who they are as a person. A lot of people are afraid to be themselves. So when they see someone like me who's not afraid to be themselves, it's intimidating. And if I'm not afraid to be myself on YouTube, what makes you think I'm going to be afraid to be myself around the ladies? And men and women struggle with this thing called an identity crisis, figuring out who they are as people. So sometimes being confident in who you are as a person can scare off women, because quite often subconsciously they're still trying to figure out who they are as a person. Having Asperger's and being somewhat of a mild YouTube celebrity, it does scare some women away, but it doesn't mean they don't approach me. I can remember when I was still a virgin and haters would talk mad shit. They're like, oh, you're never gonna get laid. I've had sex with 7 different women. I'm clean. I don't have any kids. And they're still talking shit. It makes me laugh. Good things come to those who wait patiently. It's very easy to procrastinate and bitch about the things that aren't perfect in our life. And some things are more easily understandable to bitch about than others, you know. And there are times I feel guilty about bitching about being lonely and single and not having a girlfriend. Especially when I'm seeing all these horrible mass shootings or people who don't have clean drinking water. You know, there are people who are getting bullied and teased all over the internet. And I want to complain because I haven't had pussy in 6 months. Ooh. Boo fucking who? Which brings me back to my story I told earlier. That's what Chatterbait Females is for. I mean, yeah, there are some people who get off doing that kind of thing in public, but the fuck's wrong with you, you sick fuck? It's like these motherfuckers who are trying to justify pedophilia as a sexuality. I'm like, are you stupid? It's the same fucktards who are sitting there saying, it's a mental disorder, fuck you. Calling pedophilia a mental disorder is an insult to the mental disorder community. People who have real mental disorders like autism, ADHD, depression, OCD, seizures, those are real fucking disorders, people. Tourette syndrome. Those are real fucking disorders. No, pedophilia is disgusting. It's a disease that needs to be eradicated like a zombie. And that's not even the worst part of it, YouTube. There are motherfuckers running for office trying to get that shit legalized. You got politicians running for office that are trying to get pedophilia legalized. You got kids eating Tide Pods and snorting condoms. And you ask yourself, has the world gone to shit? Has the world gone to shit in the handbag? The fuck's wrong with our society? It's the kind of shit that makes you want to smoke another fucking cigarette. Like, seriously. And if you think your life sucks, I guarantee you someone else's life is going to suck just as bad, if not worse. You start comparing sob stories, man. Ain't no one got time for that. Oh man, today's been the worst, blah, 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 blah. Someone else chimes in, you don't know the half of it. Like, shut up with that shit. Just shut the fuck up with that shit. So if you want a blowjob, come on down to Casper because the wind sucks. It doesn't suck during a hot summer's day, that's for damn sure. I'm surprised the Wyoming state sign doesn't say, "Welcome to Wyoming, consider everybody armed and dangerous. April showers bring May snowplowers." You never know with Wyoming, I had to fucking knock on the wooden desk. Knock on wood, you're good. Because Mother Nature in Wyoming needs counseling. That bitch be bipolar. Try to lighten the video mood with some humor, and yeah, there you go. Most people who are never been to Wyoming or aren't even from Wyoming aren't gonna get that humor. They're gonna be like, "Oh, I don't get it." It's one of those you had to have been there to experience it kind of things. I mean, the misunderstanding at that gas station yesterday, it just made me laugh, man. Like, wow, dude. They don't even know my fucking story. They just assume because I'm some creepy looking gothic autistic fucker that I'm gonna automatically do stupid shit like that. Don't masturbate at work. Don't masturbate at a homie's house. Don't masturbate in a public bathroom. You save that shit for when you're at home by yourself. That's why it's called playing with yourself. You feel what I'm saying, YouTube? So that way, if motherfuckers catch you in the act of doing it, you can at least say, well, I was in the comfort of my own home. You should have fucking knocked. And where the fuck does organized religion get off saying masturbation is a sin? But you got Catholics molesting little boys. Explain that one to me. Where's your almighty sky god now when he can't protect his own children in his own goddamn house of worship? Instead of worshiping some unseen sky god, you know what I'm saying? Instead of believing in some unseen sky god, believe in yourself. But if you choose to worship God, that's your choice. If you live in America, at least, you have freedom of religion. Now, the last thing I'm going to say for this video, and this is, I guess, a silver lining for Angry Grandpa's passing. And the silver lining is it's going to make Pickle Boy and his family grow closer together. Through that grief and that struggle and overcoming at their own special time and pace. You know, you can't tell somebody when to stop grieving. You can't tell somebody when they gotta take a shit. You know what I'm saying? Taking a shit and grieving, it's part of being a human. And sometimes grieving and taking a shit, these things, they come up at inconvenient times. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? And you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the fucking day, these people talking shit on Pickle Boy are jealous because he has enough subscribers on YouTube to where he's doing good for himself and his family. You know what I'm saying? Most of these haters talking shit don't even have what he has. So at the end of the fucking day, they're just talking shit because they're jealous. And that's precisely why any hater talks shit on people like me or people like anybody else. They see the confidence, they see they're doing good for themselves. They think, oh, I wish I had that. It's not fair. Now, if I want a girlfriend, I gotta work on myself. I gotta work on my temper and have more confidence in myself. And try to get my driver's license. That might help a wee bit. And the easiest way to pick up a girlfriend is to pay attention to the chicks that pay attention to you. Take notice of that shit. You got some stuck-up skank rejecting you, fuck her. She's not worth your time. You got bigger fish to fry. Now, even if the chick is taken and she's still checking you out, you know what I'm saying? That could be a potential girlfriend in the future, you know? But it's like getting into a hot tub. You don't want to burn yourself. You want to ease your way into it and play it cool, you know what I'm saying? Play it smooth, man. Well, anyways, it's your boy KingCobraJFS back at you with another video. And thank you for watching. And before I go, I ended up going to this other gas station to grab something to drink. And there was this cute ass blonde standing in line. Oh my god, she was fine. And she's wearing these tiny ass booty shorts, right? And she starts doing this number, fucking digging at her booty shorts, trying to pull them out. And as soon as she did that, I see nothing but ass. I was like, oh. You know, like if you see one of them fucking anime nosebleeds, it was kind of like that, minus the nosebleed. Like, damn, girl. I turned away before she caught me checking her out, but I had a sinking suspicion she caught me. And then I'm just all playing it cool, like, smoking a cigarette outside, like, what? I didn't even have to guess. I already knew she was taken, because her and her boyfriend come walking out of the gas station. Apparently her boyfriend went in to use the bathroom or some stupid shit, and then I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm not stupid. That kind of instinct can save you on the dating scene, YouTube. Learning to pick up on whether they're taken or not. And here's the thing. You notice that when you have a girlfriend, you're more confident in yourself because it feels good to have that companionship. And because of that confidence, other women are going to pick up on that. So quite often there are a lot of people who are going, okay, why is it that women only notice me when I'm taken? That's bullshit. The reason being is because the confidence you display when you are taken. They don't know you're taken, they're just picking up on that confidence. See what I'm saying? And if you learn to apply that confidence you have when you're taken to when you're single, oh man, you got the dating scene in the palm of your hands, man. And if you think that, well, you're too old or you're too fat or you're this and that, blah, 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 those are just excuses. Those are just excuses. Look at Angry Grandpa. When him and Lauren were dating, you know what I'm saying? If Angry Grandpa could find love, what the fuck is stopping you? Thanks for watching, YouTube. Catch you cool cobras on the flip side.